sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Hey, we got to get to the
ball,
ball,
team. 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be design runs as well as his scrambles.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
My 52.
Newton on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So they will tread backward on the holding penalty.
And I know that they're going to get coached up and they'll get yelled out a little bit, but let's face it, it is hard not to do at the speed and pace that they play.
So the special teams penalty costs some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They run on 1st down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Coming this way. Here we go.
Hey, switch gears.
Spawn. No.
On 2nd down now.
Back.
McFarland.
Watch the shift.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a pickup on 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Escaping the pressure right. Got a man. It's Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Slam.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Mike the 59. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, and it's 3rd down.
12 yards to go.
Choose the Mike. Watch Mike. Nice, sweet home.
Hey, Mike 52.
Here we go.
My 52.
I can't believe they let you play.
Here's Jackson.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Yeah, let's get
they threw an
lunch.
interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
It's a party now.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Yeah.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ready?
No, let's switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike 40.
Eight.
Yo, D, get off the field. Check me.
Newton looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Completes it to Samuel. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
25, check 25, check 25.
First down, Carolina.
Gun.
Switch.
20.
Switch.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout.
Let's go, boys.
They'll
Bring it
have
up.
2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Let's go.
14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, Newton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A well-executed safety blitz by Tony Jefferson leads to the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Mike 52.
From the gun, here's Newton.
Target.
He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown.
There we go. That's the touchdown. That's it.
DJ Moore. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Get him, boys!
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here we go! Here we go! Here we go!
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That one caught out wide by Boykin. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Right there!
Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're good.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Coach!
A big play there.
Let's go!
With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
pin the
And they're hoping to
mirrors back
redo
and
their
go
efforts in
full
the
strip.
last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. A shotgun snap for Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Newton.
Safety's creeping.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Squeeze, double. Double tight, guys, double tight.
Hey. We got 3. 3 down.
I got one.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Come on, fellas.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific, because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
You don't want none. Hey, you don't want.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
No, check that. We're going to Mike 15.
Operating from the gun. Newton.
It's our time. I'm all over you.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. Now the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Panthers 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Ravens take over.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influence...
That's caught inside the 20. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second down. Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Mike 52.
Watch the run, watch the run, watch the run.
On third down, Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
We'll go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught inside the 5. And so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
You don't know no better.
59.
On third down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen,
Mike 5-2.
Let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Crash down.
Newton now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Great. Who's the mic, boys? 52. Wild Bill. Check, 52's the mic. Get it.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey.
You remember me? Let's go,
Dancing
baby.
to his left. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Now, here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. This from 25 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
Get there.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, a 22. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Out. Check 43.
Big edge. Watch it. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second and 9, Jackson. They set up the screen to Hill. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 22 yards there, a first down.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whipping on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get hurt.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
59. Mike's 59.
Coming for you. Mike, check. 59.
Let's get this ball back to
Jackson
offense. Let's
now.
go.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I got you.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
I'm coming after you.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Newton looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
Here we go, D.
So they'll
Here
come
I
up
come
first
again.
and 10 now
Here I
from
come
the
again.
33.
Here I come again.
And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there
Let's go.
on what's
Let's do
going to
this.
be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. They'll run with McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Woo! Let's get it. 52's the mic. 52's the mic.
Oh, you got deep?
Check. 20. Check hot route. Hot.
Now on 2nd and 13. Newton, he's going to rifle one deep left side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Hey, Mike, 52.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Jackson back into his end zone. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. On 3rd down, McFarland. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
No, that's it. 52 right here.
52. Watch the out. Watch the out.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
That's it, baby.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
52's the mic.
Silver.
Mike 52.
3rd and long, it's Newton.
You better bring it.
And this is caught. He hits more. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
He runs.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Last stop.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this. Where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina.
Yeah, score.
Christian
Touchdown.
McCaffrey
Touchdown, baby.
with
Yeah.
touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Ravens take over.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Jackson. And an alley to run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now it's Jackson. Gets this one to Hill. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
Let's get off the field, D.
On 2nd and 10. Jackson throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Check.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Jackson on 3rd down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
52.
4th down. Here's Jackson.
Watch the run.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Dante Jackson picks it. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Hey, let's go.
Yet another
baby.
interception, and I
All
just
day.
had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check 50.
Now Newton. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the run, Newton going to throw.
I got you, boy.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back
And
home.
he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I got you.
Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Nice pick.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pick up there at 20 yards. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. There's certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion.
Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9".
Watch the backer.
Jackson to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So the inability there to get the 2-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tam.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Mike 5'2".
Here it comes.
Newton's going to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Newton. They'll roll him out right. And he can't hang on. He had a good shot there for his 3rd pick of the game. Instead, it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch left.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.